Welcome back to Travolta. Hosted by Jeff Sweeney and Stuart Elmo. Cover Propeller One-Way Night Coach. With special guest Mark Dillon. And with the special participation of Cole Bradley. Enjoy the episode and remember, there'll never be another one like me for 5,000 years. It's been a while since I had to do that.
I just want to point out that before this, you said, Stuart, can you hit me with the points again? Because you have to do some old intros you've not done before. And I was about to cue you, and you immediately went off tempo. And I got a little nervous because this is one of our longer intros. This
Michael
is like
went crazy with
This
that
is a whole minute 12-second intro.
Yeah.
It's a long intro. And I was worried that you were going to blow through it. And then we would just be sitting here for 30 seconds listening to Michael's awesome intro. Yeah. But 30 seconds of it. But then you just kept it going. Yeah. And for that, you saved it. So
Thank you.
Good job.
I prolonged it.
Welcome back, Mark Tilley. Yeah. And Cole.
I'm not on this episode.
Did you just turn your mic off? Turn your mic back on. By order of the technical director, turn your mic back on. I will fade you down, and if you want to chime in, I will fade you up. Deal? All right. He gave you the thumbs up.
So
that's participation, baby.
That's participation.
So, Cole is sitting here silently next to me. Mark, the guest of the episode, they both came at the same time. So we're doing this and next week's episode, Pressure, two guests, both of them together.
Which is a Cole Bradley guest episode, and Mark will be in the room with us too.
Yes.
So
you barely noticed me.
We'll see how much we'll see how much Mark participates. I think Cole is going to set a good bar.
So
yeah, we'll see. No, I would be equally happy if this was just a 4-person episode. 3 sometimes can get crazy. 4, what could happen? So anyway,
Propeller One-Way Night Coach.
Propeller One-Way Night Coach.
This is like returning to an old friend.
Please keep on going.
For the longtime listener of Travolting, will remember back in 2022, Stuart and I, in need of kind of a filler episode, but not wanting to lose our recurring weekly run, discovered that John Travolta had written a book. And we said, we will not do an episode about the book, but what we will do is we will provide the audience with an experience. And so Stuart and I recorded an audiobook version of Propeller One-Way Night Coach, the two of us, and we released it to you. And most of you listened to it. Most of you should, if you listen to the show, you should know the plot of the book.
I should have listened to it.
The thing
I'm
is,
upset
it's
now
like,
that I didn't do it.
The thing is, it's like, by all rights, it should be taken down.
No, yeah.
Do you play the little hot dog boy?
We
Mark,
alternate who plays the
We
hot dog
alternate
boy.
who plays the hot dog boy.
Because the book is just all the Travolta narration from this movie. Yeah. It's verbatim that. He's like, I thought I just had tremendous. I was flying through the sky. I was in the air.
The palettes, I've learned later, we're talking about sex.
It's a movie
Isn't
about
my daughter
it's a
beautiful?
movie about 3 things. The boy who's obsessed with 3 things:
One of those.
airplanes, hot dogs, and his mom's sex life.
Yes.
There really is no error in that. Like that.
That's what it's
That's
about.
what it's about. And I think we had the similar take when we recorded the read through of the book of, it really is just Travolta talking about what it's like to go on an airplane for the first time as a young child. And that's the book.
Yeah, the book we
I think we covered it roughly around the time the book was published. Not exactly right. I think
we recorded that episode like sequentially where it was supposed to be.
Where it was supposed to be, like published wise. Damn,
we got lucky.
We got really lucky.
When did he write the book?
97.
Okay, I was gonna say late 90s.
The year I was born. Also about a young boy named Jeff. But like Travolta for a long time has been an aviation enthusiast. It's his whole thing.
This is the other thing that I found quite perfect. Because I just thought this looked interesting, but it's so similar to The Shepherd.
Yeah.
It's very similar tonally to The Shepherd.
Which I think being like working on The Shepherd, I think he just kind of like was like, I can just do this and just base it on my book.
Yeah.
And so it's been almost 30 years since he released Propeller One Way Night Coach the book. And I think he just kind of felt the spirit move him. He's in his 70s now. He's kind of entering, I don't want to say he's entering a new stage of his career.
Wait, Jeff, what's that on your head? What are you wearing?
Well, as we all know.
Rub it on the microphone, just like.
As we all know, this movie will not have a long cultural tale, the movie itself. However, I do think the press tour for this movie has already achieved a certain degree of... What I like about is that people besides us, we stay on top of John Travolta happenings. Because, he's got a movie out every year, basically. It's some slop, and we've covered all of it.
Give that to me.
But the audience at home, fully unaware, I think, of John Travolta's like comings and goings, except for every 4 years or so, when he pops up, does something bizarre and inexplicable. That they're just like, what the fuck is this guy been?
He's still alive. He's still kicking.
Do you guys have a timeline of those?
Like, I think it was
Like from Adele Dazeem to now?
it's like Adele Dazeem.
The wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
It's
I
like
got it wrong.
Adele Dazeem is like the first of this trend. It's like a deeply crazy thing. And then the next year he comes back, does it again at the Oscars with Idina Menzel, and is really weird on stage.
Really weird.
And he's really weird on stage. Everyone's like, okay, he's still strange. Then he kind of goes dormant for a few years to the pop culture. And then Pitbull releases the 3 to Tango music video, starring John Travolta, debuting his new bald look in the music video.
Yeah.
I showed that to Angelica for the first time and explained like the whole hair bald lore to her.
And
It's really good.
the headline I specifically remember like making the rounds on Twitter was like, it was John Travolta, Pitbull gave me the confidence to go bald. Which is just like a strange headline. I think that one was kind of his next resurgence into this.
It's a good music. Have you seen it?
I feel like I have.
It's a. I think it's a. I think it's good. I think he's
one
great
of the
in it.
better things he's done in the past 15 years.
Yeah,
I might have to give it another watch. Then.
But
Yeah.
if it's one of the better things he's
But then
done.
he
'Cause
does-
everything
he
he,
does three-
touches turns to hot dog.
Yeah. He does. It's that, and then he kind of disappears again. He's pretty dormant during the pandemic.
Yeah.
With the exception of Kelly Preston passes away.
yeah.
And that's like people kind of like he's kind of drawn into that tangentially, and there's an outpouring of sympathy for him, but it's not like a John Travolta weird moment. The next one I think of, it's kind of twofold. There were 2 micro examples. There was High Rollers, or no, Cash Out, the movie that has the crazy drone stuff.
Yeah.
It has like, they're attempting to do like ambulance drone photography, but it's terrible. And that kind of makes the rounds.
Any other time it's attempted. Yeah.
That kind of makes the rounds, and people are like, what the fuck is happening? Because like a drone just flying up to John Travolta's face. And then it was him coming out at the Grease 40th anniversary, 50th anniversary, whatever anniversary it was.
Yeah.
He came out at the Grease in the full Danny Zuko costume. And those were just 2 moments where people were like, oh, John Travolta.
Did he do another Santa Capital One ad?
I mean, he does the Santa ads, but those are just like
the Grease Lightning one was this last Christmas.
He does the 3 Santa ads, where he pops up around Christmas time. Another reminder of just his weirdness.
Yeah.
And then he goes dormant again for a little bit, and then people just start seeing these pictures of him in the beret.
Yeah.
I don't know if Cole has a take
with
on the hat.
The painted on
if he wanted
beard.
to chime on. It's painted on.
With the painted on beard. You can see it dripping off of his face.
I've always thought that the hat was a distraction from the beard.
Though the beard is so painted. But
I know, but I just feel like he has got so much fake stuff
Jeff,
going on in the beard. He just wanted to lift their eyes up a little
Of all
bit.
the things Travolta has done, is the painted beard the most like outlandish?
Here's my thing: is that
welcome.
A chill went up my spine.
The beret is the story, but we were already planning on talking about something related to this before he even showed up in the beret, because the beret has erased the fact that right before he went to Cannes, he dropped this photo. With the crazy plugs. Like, my man fully went to Turkey. He looks like Michael Fassbender in 2012.
Yeah, you did send me that. I forgot about this.
And
Why is he putting this beret on when he has just spent a fortune getting that shit reseated?
Cole, like the problem is, it's like I've seen it. I've seen it. It is
Maybe it got infected.
Well, the thing is like you know,
he does look like Michael Fassbender weirdly.
He looks like Eric Dane.
I feel
Right.
I feel like
peace.
in the progress of John Travolta's slop era, you know,
the last 40 years of his career.
No, the last 17 years of his career.
The worst John Travolta movie is more of a real movie than the best Brendan Fraser movie, but continue.
Battlefield Earth is better than
It has a soul of an artist in it.
L. Ron Hubbard's soul.
Real artist.
Sorry, I'll do it again. My bad.
That was a bad one.
You can turn my back up. I just wanted to talk about the hair plugs. I just don't
feel like
understand why he's wearing the
I like when he
beret.
tells you to turn his mic off and then he continues.
I just simply
why I
don't
love Cole Bradley.
understand. I feel like the beret thing is only half the story. The beret thing is significantly weirder when you realize he's got
Plugs
fresh
underneath.
work done on his hair
I'm not
that
even
you think
looking
he
at
would
the-
be showing off.
My beret.
My only point that I was trying to get at was like, you know, with John Travolta. Okay, I'll look just a little bit. It's like, you know, one step forward, two steps back with him.
Yeah.
And this felt like I'm talking about strictly about the hair beret situation. This was like one step forward, three steps back, because my man, you already went through a horrendous wig phase. We know
He was wearing some lion
we
wings.
know what this was like. We saw this. We saw the I Am Wrath wig. We saw the Poison Rose wig. We saw the Life on the Line wig.
Wigs.
Wigs. Note that was the number one hair ranking of the
I'm
Travolta
not prepared for
podcast.
those.
Back when
I
we
don't think that was true.
had a hair ranking. And so it disappoints me because it's like the beret would have been like two steps forward, one step back if it was just the beret. But the fact that he added another wig, it's like,
Do you know what?
we've been over this.
Do you know why I think it's about the beard though? Is because he's got the beret up there to draw your attention away from the beard to the top of the head. But in every single one of those photos, he's also doing the diamond.
The
you know?
Illuminati thing.
His little thing like that. Which isn't the Illuminati, but I think he's trying to get you to look down there as well. He's trying to keep your eyes off the beard.
You're all overthinking it. You're all overthinking it. I'm telling you.
I'm not. I have a scorcher I'm about to get into.
It is strictly that he's a director and he's in France.
Yes.
No, I know.
That is the extent of the thought John has put into this. That is how his special brain
That is
works.
how I'm going in hot. All right. So here's the thing about John Travolta is that there's something we have come to across 5 years of talking about this guy is that fundamentally he is a guy who kind of puts a little bit of thought into things.
You're damn right.
I would say he has very special like interests. And they're very simple interests. He likes planes. He likes to be on movie set. He likes to make a movie. And so when it was like, I direct a movie, what does director wear? Beret. I am in France. I think that is truly what it was.
That's it. That's it.
I think he went to google.com. Ever heard of it?
He's on fire.
He typed director in.
He just said, Google ever heard of it? Pull up Google Images.
I
Do you
want-
think
if
Do you
there
think he Googled it, or do you think he chat GBT'd
The
it?
second image on google.com when I typed director is Spike Lee in a beret.
Oh.
Now, I'm not saying that's the exact picture he looked at. But I do think when he was on here, he's like, director wear beret.
I think he has his own idea of what directors look like in their head, and it is so true to him.
Yeah. It is very real.
That it is.
I also think he has a very different idea of what air travel is like as well.
Why hasn't he ever been in a Spike Lee movie? Now that this is in my brain, I'm like, that's similar levels of psychosis that would like they'd sing to, they'd harmonize. You know, they'd harmonize.
He just, I think, like, if this movie proves anything, like, his interests are just very simple. Like, he just likes a plane that takes off. Look at this picture of him in a Boeing 707 that he's piloting, where he looks the happiest he's ever looked on his plane that he has written his children's name on the side of.
I know.
And he's like, it's a plane, it go fast in the sky, and I will drive it.
I know.
That was the same way when he went in the movie. He's like, it's a movie, I will direct it. Point camera there, please. I think that's really what it is. We have to just kind of distill it down.
I have nothing else to say about the movie now.
But anyway, for this episode, I felt like being in theme. But I didn't really think about it until 9 a.m. this morning. And I had to be here at 10:30. I arrived here at 10:36. I was a little late. But I was just like, fuck. Where can I get a beret? So I grabbed Becca. She's still in bed. I'm like, do you have a beret? And she said, I do not. I was like, fuck.
I find that job.
I text Angelica. And I'm like, do you have a beret? She says, I do not. And so I reach out to a friend of ours, a costume friend. I'm like, I have 90 minutes to get a beret. Where can I get one? And before she's able to respond, Becca actually comes out of the bedroom with a beret. It's like, I forgot I had this. Throws it at me. I was about to hop in a car and drive to like a costume thrift store in Rogers Park before I came to this episode to buy a beret. No, I was going to just leave super early.
Podcasting, famously a visual medium.
But I'm here in a beret recording.
No, because it's not for the audience. It's for the experience. To have it on. I gotta get it right.
I do. I need this.
It's not for anyone
much like
else
John,
but him.
I feel like I need to have this hat on
I get you,
to
Jeff.
accurately talk about Propeller One-Way Night Coach.
I feel direct.
I need to be
how are
in
we gonna
his
do
mindset.
that?
I need to be in his mindset.
Yeah.
To talk about this. Well, we should start with
too.
we should start in 1984 when John Travolta was inducted into the American Academy of Achievement by Chuck Yeager as an aviation enthusiast.
Cole is saluting.
During several, I want to talk about some Travolta flying experience, historical experiences.
Please.
He is rated to fly a Boeing 747, so he's like top tier, like pilot rating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He owns 4 aircraft and has a private airport in Florida. He's the official goodwill ambassador of the Qantas airline. He has flown several rescue missions. In his life, he was for a short bit of time Oprah Winfrey's pilot during a 8-day traveling tour of her show. And he seems like he mostly makes movies to support his, like, at this point, to support his flight passion.
I didn't even think this in the sequel when he's the pilot.
The sequel when he's the pilot.
Yes. When he's flying the private planes for the guys in the baby movie.
Look who's talking to.
Look who's talking to.
Yes.
Does he write that in?
Is
that in the first movie? He's a
definitely-
pilot. He's a taxi guy in the first movie, but he wants to be a pilot.
Yeah, he wants to be a pilot. But
In
he's
the
a taxi
first movie
Takes
as well.
her-
That's just a.
You can just leave it on.
That's clearly a. We've cast John Travolta. And he's like, well, I really want to be a pilot. And they just put that in for flavor.
They did it.
Becomes a big success. They make a sequel. He's
Is
a
that
pilot
actually
now.
what happened? He had all the pilot stuff?
I don't know that for certain, but that is
Okay.
almost
Yeah,
certainly
yeah,
what
yeah,
happened.
He takes her on the plane, and look who's talking, and that's where they start to fall for each other.
Yeah.
That is true.
Beautiful scene in a perfect movie.
Look who's talking good.
Look who's talking is just should have won Best Picture. What won Best Picture that year? Is that 88 or 89? Either way, it's better than what won Best Picture.
But he like Flight has just always been laid into his film career.
Yeah.
In a lot of movies, he pops up like having a plane, flying a plane, wanting a plane, being on a plane.
I'm trying to
Jeff,
think. Is there?
what-
Do we have a list of like
Oh.
of how many planes appear in his filmography?
I'm
You guys
gonna
have done it,
I'm
right?
gonna stop you guys right there because I think the most infamous John Travolta plane, I can't even call it a movie. It's the I Think You Might Like It.
Yeah, I think you like might get Christmas music video.
Yeah, Chris's music video.
Yeah.
Where they shot it at his private airport in Florida
Yeah, it's a horrifying.
with his 737. I'm pretty sure.
I'm just surprised he doesn't play like a pilot in any of those like
Well,
Redbox
in
movies.
Broken Arrow, he is playing a pilot.
Fighter jet pilot, but yeah,
Fighter jet
yeah.
pilot, but a
but
pilot
but a pilot,
nonetheless.
but a pilot, yeah.
The Shepherd, he's obviously a pilot in that.
Does he fly like a spaceship in Battlefield Earth? Does he fly like?
does fly a
He has a
spaceship.
Does
spaceship.
fly a
Okay,
spaceship
that's kind
in
of cool.
Battlefield Earth, yeah.
What Brigadier General Quintard in the Thin Red Line? I don't think
It's like a naval commander, I believe, in Thin Red Line.
he has wings
Look
and
at how-
Michael.
Look at how
he's
happy,
got wings and
Look
Michael.
at how happy he looks in this photo.
That's like look, we've said him a billion times. Like fact of the matter, John Travolta likes to fly.
There
He
is
likes
this.
planes. He's a plane guy, and more power to him with the planes.
There's this book that I know that I've read and I know Cole has read, Down and Dirty Pictures by Peter Biskind. It's a book about like the rise of Miramax and like the 90s indie film scene. A vivid memory I have from that book is the last chapter is describing like all of these guys from the 70s in this new era and how they're all just like sitting around a table and they're comparing their private jets. And one of the mentions in it is like Travolta's there and he's like talking about like all of his planes enthusiastically.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I think that's really it. Is like, he makes this movie because I think he is a very earnest person and just loves his plane and wants to just talk about his plane. Almost all of the supporting roles in this movie are his siblings or kids. There's very few like non-related actors in this movie. There are a few.
What kind of airplanes does he have?
But most of like the 2 or 3 line like people he bumps into on the plane or in the airport are like his siblings.
Yeah.
There's like Joey Travolta, Sam Travolta.
You want to come be an extra?
We're just gonna make a family picture.
Just gonna make
I think he's like, we're gonna make a family picture.
He talks about his daughter in ways I don't feel comfortable with.
This movie is a little weird in the way his daughter's presented.
Yeah. But he's so earnest.
He's very earnest.
It's like it's the problem, right? It's like I can't even like paint that much creepiness on it because of how earnest
Yeah.
Travolta is trying to be.
This movie.
Because like reading the book, I remember feeling like, yeah, this is just such like a heartwarming, earnest about like your love of flying. And then I watched the movie and it's like, well, first off, my first claim is that this is not really a movie.
It's basically just
It's a passion project.
it's the book with visuals attached.
Yeah, that's all it is. This is not a movie. And I think very quickly you and I both, Jeff, were just like, oh, we are not watching a movie.
Yeah.
And I think that helped.
It's like The Shepherd in that way, even though
Yeah.
it's like
The Shepherd has like a story.
it has a story.
Like it's very minimal, but there is a story. This is just he's on a plane flying to the West Coast.
yeah, I guess it was a bit more. I was expecting less of a movie actually.
Yeah.
So all sort of to get into it, all the times he gets derailed is that it's not. It's like there's stops.
It's just their stops, yeah.
It's like
It's not, their flight can't land
yeah.
the first time
They're
because of
not-
bad weather.
they're not-
and then he has to take a different route to get to Los
they're
Angeles.
not wealthy enough to get a nonstop flight, so they had to get like a series of interconnecting propeller planes instead of a jet.
Yeah.
and then they get the jet at the very end.
And they get the jet at the very end thanks to the kindness of Liz.
And he's upset about it. It's weird.
Yeah, it's very weird.
It is very weird.
What's the kid's name?
Jeff.
The kid's name is Jeff. That's Jeff's
It's
name.
me right here.
That's Jeff's name, guys.
That's right. I am in this movie.
But I mean, watching it with it in mind that this is not a movie actually helped.
Yeah.
Because then I just
Expecting
watched
me
No, not for me.
expecting me
I mean, I don't blame
to hate this movie is an impossibility.
Right? It's
No,
just kind of
no,
like
it is. I want to be fundamental. This does not like function as a. I don't even know what this is.
right. It's
It
like
was one of the longer 60 minutes of my life.
it was a 60-minute time that I spent looking at a TV. But if I had to spend 60 minutes looking at pixels on a TV, there are worse things I could have looked at.
For me, sitting there,
What? You gonna say I'm wrong?
staring at just 60s kitsch, just with
What's wrong
a
with
cat on
60s
my
kitsch?
lap, feeling very comfy.
You did have my cat.
I was
My
just
cat
like,
was on his lap the entire movie.
and hearing Judge Travolta just like ramble about like, oh, you know, I didn't like chicken cordon bleu. I was just like, this is such a bizarre thing.
This movie features like one of the more annoying movie protagonists.
The kid,
The kid.
he
You
is.
guys could put up with the kid. You were fine with him.
I was
fine with him.
was
I didn't
fine with
love
him.
him, but I was fine with him.
yeah. You didn't like. I was like, oh, he's so cute. Like, I didn't think about that, but I
And
was
the
like,
only person more annoying than the kid is his fucking mom.
his mom annoyed me. But there wasn't much
knows-
mom.
He's got to
There wasn't-
know actors, right?
Well,
Not to make fun of these people. I'm sorry. I know he's
No,
related
making
to
this
some
for-
of them.
I think
know
he's making
related to
this
some
for
of
like
them.
$1.
He's making
Yeah.
it for nothing. I've just read here he bought this plane in 2024.
Yeah.
So he owns
The plane
both
from
of the
movie.
planes in this movie
What's-
because 2 are featured.
What's funny about the planes in this movie
Planes.
is we see the planes on the runway, and then the planes take
Yeah.
off. And who here has played Microsoft Flight Simulator?
Oh my gosh, a lot. I played it with
When-
the joystick at home on the computer. My dad, who is a pilot, had the
why
professional.
we have you here.
He had the what?
Because you're pilot.
I don't know anything, but my dad growing up had the sort of like it's like a phone booth.
Yeah.
It's like a phone booth and you sit in it and it's like a mock cockpit.
Yeah.
It's like a dark room. You turn the lights off and then the screen lights up. It's a big
Yeah.
screen and it's a real flight simulator where they train
Yeah.
pilots on. And I used to treat it like it was fucking GTA.
Hell
I was
yeah.
just like, just crashing.
I have the new Microsoft Flight Simulator for my Xbox, and it's a lot of fun. But like, you take the plane off, and because it's in real time, it's like you have 7 hours before you're gonna land this plane, and so you can turn autopilot on in the game, and then you can activate something I believe called cinematic mode, which is basically like instead of you just being in like either the front seat of the plane or with behind view,
Yeah.
it'll just like while the plane is flying through autopilot, it'll just give you like kind of like cool shots of the plane flying through the air from the surrounding.
Anybody who's
Air.
played Red Dead
It's like what you
Redemption
can
2.
do in Red Dead Redemption
Yeah, it's the same
2
idea
when you
as-
hit
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
main
The
pad
same-
while
the
you're
s-
riding
running.
your horse.
The
It was
same
just-
same idea
yeah.
as Red Dead 2. And every
Our
shot
whole audience is gonna understand that.
the fucking plane flying in this movie.
Yeah.
It looks like this.
Yeah, no.
It's like has 3 polygons to it. It's like the volumetric lighting, ain't volumetricing.
It looks like he's just holding a model plane up on strings and kind of like
That would look better
I
than
know,
what we
I
saw.
know, I know.
It would look
That
better
would look
than-
better.
bored.
It
I
like
think we need more with Cole Bradley on this. We need more
Like,
participation.
when
I know
I-
you have not seen this, but you know what the story is.
when
I
I-
have not seen this. I'm not the guest on this episode.
This literally looks like when you're playing Grand Theft Auto 3
he's just
and you're
trying
flying
to
your
slay
plane
you.
through the air. It looks so bad when the planes are there, but it's so funny. I was like cackling.
That's the thing, right? It's like we both laughed at it. Kind of like part of the joy.
It's kind of charming.
Right?
What I found this movie charming because
Right, me
because I
too.
was just like,
How
John
could you hate
Travolta
it?
went out there and just made the,
How can I hate it?
How can you
he
Here we
has
go.
made
Here's how I hate
slop
it. Here's how I
for
hate it.
he has made
The-
pure slop for so many years.
When you think about it-
and this is the first thing he seems to have actually
The
cared
last-
about, and it's just like I like being on my
The
plane.
last 7 years of his career have been to essentially pay for this movie.
Here's why. Here's why I didn't enjoy this movie. The movie starts with this like Catch Me If You Can sort of like
Yeah.
style, like 60s.
It even
throwback.
uses some of the same locations as Catch Me If You Can.
It does, yeah. That little like walkway
the Idlewild
is not
Airport.
from Catch Me If You Can, though.
Is it not?
No,
Isn't that the one
it's a
that Tom
different-
Hanks is following him in?
at the end?
Yeah.
No, that's different. They built that. That one's like all white and like
okay.
it's like cold. It doesn't have that red sort of carpet. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe, but maybe he just built that.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe they
know.
put
I'm
the red
curious
carpet
where
in.
they. It's the best shot in the movie. But the trailer for this did have much more of like a different. Formally, it looked different in the trailer. Like it was much more like cross-fading images on top of each other. This really doesn't have any of that.
What kind of play they shot?
But it's about a kid and his mom who take the flight. You know, they're going to Los Angeles because his mom
It's an actress.
is like an actress. She had done like background work on the East Coast, I guess, and
She's gonna get a big break.
she's gonna get her big break, but she's not really gonna get her big break. It's not gonna really work out for her. It's about the experience.
Right,
This
yeah.
isn't sort of
To
like
the little boys,
they're not going
eyes-
to a better life.
Right,
This
like-
the whole movie
They filmed
is
this
like,
in Kansas City.
and the mom does flirt her way on to first class. That's what she says at the beginning, but they're not in first class in the first plane on the first leg. They're not.
correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just in regular. Which like
It's just a movie about a kid who loves being on airplanes, complaining the whole time about being on the airplane, and then liking it and then being upset about it. It is sort of like being with the child,
Yeah.
like a precocious, annoying child who knows so much about things, but is not really quite pleased at the experience because I
Yeah.
had it better in my head.
Yeah.
And there's moments where it's magic and I'm seeing outside of the airplane, but then I'm here again, and he's like this compulsive liar. So he's always like lying to people.
Saying my mom works with Paul Newman.
He's always like
That's
lying about
charming.
who his mom works with because he's trying to like.
impress Ella Blue Travolta.
I think what Stuart and I have about this movie is like we have just like we picked John Travolta because he had a like interesting career, and then we've kind of just spent years like
With the fallout of your decision.
talking like living with the fallout of just like he's a guy.
Hold on a second.
He's a guy who I think we both want to succeed.
Sure.
I think we just have
Truly.
like too much investment
Truly.
in this guy. And it has been a very dire couple of years.
Well, I slightly differ. I just want Travolta to be happy.
it's like
I just
this is
want-
like
He's been through a lot.
He's been through a lot.
make a wish adjacent.
This is sort of like, oh my God, is he having a good time? Is he having a good? And it's gonna air first too, Cole. It's gonna look like you ripped him off. So for you guys, it's like, oh, he's like
I'm
having
filing
a
a
good.
lawsuit.
It's like he's having a good time.
Well-
we shouldn't touch him. We shouldn't leave him alone.
yeah.
What? You want me to
Yeah.
tell you it's not what I'm thinking? No, it is what I'm thinking. He's having a good time. Leave him alone.
So Stuart, so like we've been doing a lot of we're in a pretty dire state of Robin Williams' career right now as we're covering him.
Yeah, you guys just talked about World's Greatest Dad. Oh, that movie fucking sucks, dude.
Worst
Oh
movie
my
ever.
God, I hate that fucking movie.
But we've been we're in a pretty tough state of Robin Williams' career. There's
Yeah.
like a few good things coming up that we've maybe already recorded episodes for, but for the most part, it's dire. And we have talked
Trying to get him to talk.
The last movie we talked about with Winona was Beetlejuice.
Yeah, but no, but
Great movie.
Robin specifically is who I want to talk about
No, I know.
who because Robin Williams, we started detecting like around 2010. The movies he's in aren't good, but he starts getting this like kind of larger cultural reappraisal. Like up until 2009, like Robin Williams is seen as basically washed up. He's done. And then 2009, I use this kind of as a big touch point, is he accepts a Disney Legend trophy. He goes to like the Disney convention. He's up there with Mickey Mouse. They give him like, you're a Disney legend. And that's kind of like the match. And then he just starts being like, oh, Robin Williams is popping up in this TV show as Robin Williams. Robin Williams is in the SpongeBob movie as Robin Williams. Like, there starts being this reappraisal of like, we all love Robin Williams, right?
And
After
even
for 10
movies-
years, he's basically like
Yeah.
shunned out of Hollywood.
And the only movies that he's in from that point up until essentially his death, even though they're technically roles,
Yeah.
It's just Robin Williams. Like,
But it's like you start to see the shift of his career, like him playing Dwight D. Eisenhower in The Butler is a big like, well, we all love Robin Williams. We'd love to see him play Dwight D. Eisenhower. And we've
Sure.
No, but we've had like there's this moment that starts brewing and then he dies. And you never see like both
he
of
doesn't
us
get the Harrison Ford resurgence.
well, we both have like we think 5 years. Had Robin lived 5 more years, we think Robin Williams like if not like a resurgence to the level of his 90s career, but he just would have been seen again as like an important figure in Hollywood instead of like the washed up like old comedian he was perceived as shortly before his death.
Yeah.
You start to see all the bread, like in our Travolta, Winona, Fraser series, you can see breadcrumbs of the next stage of their career very early. And you can start to see Robin's breadcrumbs forming, and then he dies and it just cuts it off. And there's no bread at the end of the trail.
Which makes this final stage of Williams even more depressing.
Which makes it really depressing. Because it's like you think there would have been a Robin resurgence in a few years. Of just everybody being like, well, Robin's old. We should appreciate him while we have him. Let's bring him back.
And like to a resurgence to what end? Who's to say?
And it's not gonna say like he's gonna win an Oscar or something, but like
Right.
I think culturally people would have really just started appreciating Robin more.
or like he wasn't gonna be in like a Dead Poet Society 2.
Yeah.
Or
would have been funny though.
It would have been funny.
In a hypothetical world where Robin Williams lives to, how old was he when he died?
He was 66.
Okay, and
somewhere around that, yeah.
that's kind of maybe pushing it. I do think in a hypothetical world where Robin Williams lives to like 90, he probably wins a second Oscar.
Yeah. Well, he probably wins a second
I
Oscar.
think
eventually.
he's a 2 Oscar kind of guy.
But
I
I
direct.
no.
No.
But I truly felt like we were just a few years away from that happening. And it obviously doesn't work out. So Travolta being in this really dire stage, just seeing him come out with this movie, seeing him kind of be happy that he made it,
Seeing him wear
and
the
then
hat
seeing him go
at
on to like
Cannes.
Jimmy Fallon with the beret, and everyone's just like, we love John Travolta. He's so silly. It is kind of nice.
You think this is his Disney Legend Award?
This isn't his Disney Legend Award, but it's like
not. It feels.
it just feels like everybody has kind of settled into this. We love John Travolta. He's so silly.
Yeah.
Type mindset. Instead of be like, what the fuck is he doing mode?
Which
is
there
nice.
much information on Propeller One Way Night Coach's debut at Cannes? Did he just have it? Did Terry like it? Was there like a thing?
He got a palm.
He got
He got an honorary Palme d'Or.
Palm. Maybe.
Which it seems like they kind of gave him mostly because there wasn't really anything else
I
going
think it
on
was
at
that they had
Cannes.
done a couple big sort of like Hollywood honorary palms the past couple
Yeah.
years. It was Tom Harrison. Who was Tom last year? Or was Tom the year of Top Gun Maverick that he got his honorary
Tom was
palm?
the year Top Gun Maverick.
Maverick.
Right.
Though
And then
it's
Harrison was 2023.
It was Streisand this year and someone else.
So it's just it just coincides that he has
Yeah.
a new movie, whatever
Well,
it is, it's opening.
I think that
Mark.
Harrison Ford being in a very similar state in his
Peter
career.
Jackson,
was
the 3rd honorary palm this year.
oh yeah.
But I think when you compare Harrison Ford and John Travolta, I say Harrison Ford has a much more prestigious career overall. It's been in better movies. Has been in better
He
movies.
does?
Has been in better movies recently.
Are you hearing this?
Yes, I am.
This is such a hot take.
And this is
great,
this is
it's great.
They should maybe
It's a hot take from a hot guy. Continue.
Someone should do a podcast where they explore this. 'Cause
There-
this
there-
seems like an unproven assertion that you need to back up.
Harrison Ford has really for the last 11 years just kind of it's like reheated meals a little bit with the exception of his TV work. I do think like he's very good in all these movies, but he came back to Star Wars, he came back to Indiana Jones, he came back to Blade Runner.
And he won an honorary palm in 2023.
And he won an honorary palm in 2023 at the Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny premiere at Cannes. A disastrous decision on Lucasfilm's end. Putting that at Cannes because it got like milquetoast reception at Cannes.
Disastrous.
And it destroyed the opening weekend results of that movie. That movie doesn't premiere at Cannes. It probably makes not substantially more, but a decent bit more in the theaters. But that video of Harrison Ford up at the Palme d'Or altar, tears streaming down his face, talking about like, this is like a great honor of my life. Like, it's a great moment marker. I loved it. I fell hook, line, and sinker for that. A lot of people did. And then you note 3 years since, how many times has Harrison Ford been doing things like that now? He like he got the award, the actor awards with that very wonderful speech. He just keeps, he's in this stage now that I think is what I'm talking about. I think Robin would have gotten to, where everyone's just like,
He'll get an Emmy nomination
Harrison.
every year.
It's like Harrison
Shrinking,
Ford, someone we kind of just, we punted away for a little bit, took for granted when he came back. We were happy to have him. But now while we still have him, we just want to really appreciate that he's here. And John Travolta is never going to have that level of like, he's not a beloved persona on the same level as Harrison Ford.
He's too weird.
He's too weird. But it's nice to see his version of that happening.
Yeah.
And I just find that
written by him.
And I just find that charming.
Yeah, I get you.
Like this movie, like this is probably a 2-star movie that I enjoyed a little more. What?
I'm not on this episode.
But that's fundamentally the reason why I enjoyed this more. Is it's just like, it's kind of nice to see his weird version of this.
That's kind of where I'm at.
It's 60 minutes. If this was 2 hours, I would be a little more unforgiving.
Yeah.
But he's happy. Let him be happy.
It started and ended perfect pacing. Like hour long. It's all I needed. And yeah, I don't know. I was like,
I do think we can talk like about the movie and its flaws, but I just want to say that's where I'm coming from.
I don't even know if I can really, just because
No, I can.
It is just
Because there's some weird stuff in here.
There is. Oh, there is some weird stuff. But like him coming at the end, being like the pilot, of course, but also he's the voice of the grown-up kid was a little weird. But even then, that scene, and he pins the stripes on the boy, I was like, it's like he's pinning the stripes on himself, you know?
But
Ain't
is
that
this
kinda-
the first thing that you guys have covered that he's like had complete authorship over?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the most sort of like inside his brain you're
Yeah.
gonna get.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's
No
what's
doubt.
great. It's his Fablemans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is his family. It is explaining everything about him, and it is simply a pilot made him feel really good when he was young, and ever since then he just wanted to fly planes.
But do you see this as very autobiographical?
I do see this as
I was reading about his early childhood. It is not very similar to this at all.
That's
He
the
was
thing,
like the
yeah.
youngest of 7 kids. His parents were blue,
the literal
Yeah.
stuff. No,
but it is we could not afford.
psychologically,
We could not afford to take expensive airplanes. The first time I did, it changed my life. I knew I was going to
Yeah.
be into airplanes.
psychologically, I think this is
Yeah.
autobiographical, if not literally. I think the literal necessities of him writing the book and be like, well, I don't want this book to start off with me and my 7 brothers hopped on this plane.
I mean, come on.
I mean,
Sounds pretty good.
sounds good. but
Sounds good. 7 crazy kids in an airplane.
That would be that
That's about-
that Ruben Östlund movie. The
Cheers.
the entertainment system is down.
But there's just so many weird little details in here,
Yeah.
like the stewardess who was in the concentration camp,
Yeah.
who his mom talks to and becomes best friends with on the airplane.
Yeah.
A line that he says, "They became best friends,
Yes.
the best of friends." There's just so many weird little like things like that in this movie that you wouldn't think belong in this movie that's trying to be so gentle and sweet, that there's a real sort of like
it's a read into his brain and how
Yeah.
he thinks about the 20th century.
yeah.
And if you want to kind of get deeper into it, you can read that like the kid and the mom are a split parts of him.
Yeah.
They're both John Travolta.
Yeah.
Because the mom is just someone who thinks she has stardom ahead of her and is trying to fly to LA, combining his 2 passions. He wants to fly to LA and be an actor. And
From the East Coast.
From the East Coast, from New Jersey, which is where he's from. Jersey icon. We are going to have to talk to Connor about Travolta being on the Pizza Hall of Fame. I don't think we've ever had that conversation.
He doesn't know that we still do that bit.
Well,
He
we're-
forgets about that.
We're
bit.
bringing it up in a few.
All right, sounds good.
But To your point, like all these little details, you just start like him as a young boy lusting after the stewardess on the plane.
Yeah.
And then eventually marrying her with a big age gap, which
Yes.
the movie makes a point to state.
The movie is like, because like the first hint we get of her really is when he's in the airport and he is in love with the woman who does the announcements at the airport in New Jersey or wherever he's from.
Yeah.
And he just like thinks about that woman, and later on in the movie he meets her daughter.
Yeah. Played
And-
by Ella Blue Travolta.
Played by his daughter,
who looks so much like him.
who looks so much like him, who he'll marry
Yes.
eventually.
Who's 13 years older than him.
And she will become the new voice.
It's not that big of an age. It's like it should be bigger, right? She should be an older lady, right? I'm surprised she's not older in the movie.
Well,
Just for John's brain, purely.
Yeah.
Just like
I was going to say,
I think John's lowballing his own.
right, because
Because the kid's 8 and she's 21.
Huh?
I know what you're doing.
What?
what's Mark doing?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
I'm not doing it. Talking about the fucking movie.
What are
Low.
you doing?
He has. Turn that shit off.
I do want to look something up real quick because there was something that I thought of with like John Travolta, and wasn't his first like girlfriend that he was with like early in his career, big age gap.
Yeah, probably.
No, but like I
cannot
talked
recall.
about it in an
Look
earlier
it up.
episode.
Look it up.
That's what I'm
Is it
trying-
when he's in like Carrie?
I want to say it's when he's like in Carrie around that time, but
I feel like I remember something like this.
anyway, you guys can keep talking. I'm just looking.
I think this movie is overall about John Travolta as a person trying to reconcile the way he views the world with the way it actually is. And I think, going to my point, I think he has a very like simple, optimistic view of the world.
Yeah.
He likes plane, he likes hat, he likes movie.
Yeah.
And the plane, every time there's an issue, it kind of like shatters that perception for him a little bit. And he has to like get back to it. And like there being a woman who was in a concentration camp on the plane. That's just like the great evil of the 20th century. And he has to kind of reckon with that in this like idyllic space that he exists in.
It's sort of that like the way airlines used to run or treat people equalized them to
Yes.
some extent. And even
Yes.
though he's sitting sort of in coach, he's being treated with such a, you know, a warm.
Do you want to say it, Cole?
I was gonna say he was dating his co-star from Boy in the Plastic Bubble, who is 20 years older than him.
Yeah.
And then she dies.
I think-
And then he starts dating Catherine Deneuve, who is 10 years older than him. But she doesn't die because she's still alive. Mark was just trying to bait me because I was saying yesterday that I think we've turned a corner and age gap relationships are chic again. But only if it's like
He
big
was like,
gap,
we were at this
big
gathering
gap.
yesterday, and he was just like, "It's age gap summer," and everyone at the cookout was just like, "What the fuck are you talking about, man?"
And then I talked him through it, and everyone agreed with me. Is the thing.
The bigger, the better. Side
Yeah, we were all like, it's all great to date a
Don't make me
50-year-old.
laugh.
Don't worry, no one at this table has any experience with age gap relationships.
What was that about?
No, I didn't
fuck
say
is that?
anything. I didn't say anything.
What was
I
that
said-
about?
You edit the podcast.
I very
Stuart.
clearly said no one at this table. Anyway, so delving back in, that's my read of this movie. Do I think it is an elegantly represented point? Absolutely not. It is the most like, I have an idea, I will state it, and then I will move on because I've said my point thing. But I do think this is him attempting to make that reconciliation of his perception of things versus how they actually are. Through the eyes of a child, which I think he has a childish view of things.
Totally.
And like it's version of like the airplane, to your point about like it equalizing everyone.
Yeah.
This plane is like a beautiful experience.
Yeah.
And it's an ode to that, which doesn't exist anymore,
No.
which is why he flies his own planes.
And there's actually some really nice like compositions and shots where he like really sells the luxury of it. There's like one I'm thinking of that's sort of like this like tracking shot outside the window where like it's so cold outside, but it's so warm inside all the windows. You see everyone. It's almost like it's like Christmas in there. You know, it's
last year.
So sweet.
Becca and I, we had to cancel a flight in 2024, and we had like tickets. It was for an overseas flight. And then we had a domestic flight last year and we wanted to use like the credit to purchase it. The credit was about to expire. And because we had a lot of credit, it was worth for like first class seats on a domestic flight to New York and back. And so we just were like, well, we'll just do that. So we did the first class and it was like such a remarkably different experience. I am not.
What airline?
I think it was Southwest.
Okay.
But I don't really like flying. I'm not someone who like freaks out on the plane.
Sure.
I just don't really enjoy the experience.
Traveling in general or just airplane travel?
On a plane. I don't like being like
Okay.
trapped in like a tiny seat, which is in a tube. And it's just like it's just uncomfortable and you're stuck there. And sitting in first class.
Like Scalia right now.
Scalia?
Yeah.
Justice Scalia?
No, whoever, I don't know.
And then I just
No, the other Scalia.
Is there another Scalia?
No.
Okay. But I watch sitting in first class. I had a great time on the plane. I loved it.
Yeah.
And I was like, it must have been what people like all felt like.
No, what I was gonna say is like local domestic flight first class in the States now is like abysmal. It's like they give you a Coke.
Yeah.
And you have like a little bit of a bigger seat.
I had like a nice seat.
And there's a curtain for the 10 of you that are in there, and you're just like
a kind of lounge chair.
Yeah.
And they gave me a glass of wine.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so nice. And this was like the bargain basement level of what air traffic was at this time. And that's just that's all I kept thinking about watching this movie. It's just like, wow, my like premium experience was the baseline level.
I know. My favorite part is when they're all, is the one time they're all smoking on the plane.
Yeah.
Where he sort of like gets over like his mom smokes and he's like, oh gosh, but I can't really be mad because everybody on the airplane. It's great, dude. That's great. You can't smoke on planes anymore, guys. I don't know if you knew that.
I don't know if anyone knew that.
I know. My dad has this one friend who's a pilot who will still smoke on his airplane. One, he is just flying it back for maintenance and no one's on there.
Yeah.
And I was always just fucking like, get me plane.
Because you know that cigarette would hit different.
It would hit different. If it's on the bucket list still, it'll hit different. I don't know. Yeah, sorry. I keep punching the microphone. It's called Propeller One-Way Night Coach.
Because
do we like the title?
I do.
It's been around for a while. He didn't change it.
Right.
He wanted to let people know it was still the same book he had written in 97.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with title.
No, title's fine.
Propeller One-Way Night Coach.
It's okay if you have an issue with the title. I just don't have an issue with it.
I mean,
he finds out there's a kids menu.
He finds out there's a
on
kids
the
menu.
jet airliner where he can get a hot dog.
I said this to Stuart when we were watching the movie. I do think it's funny. Like when you think about like having a kid and like what you're supposed to feed a kid, it's just like make sure they get their nutrition. You go to any restaurant and the kids menu is hot dog, hamburger, mac and cheese.
It's also, I mean, this is just
feed them the slop.
Movie is like a walking PSA for why you shouldn't give your children caffeine.
Yeah,
he's like anytime he's
chugging
like upset,
Cokes.
he keeps chugging Cokes, and that's why he's
getting hyper,
behaving the way he is in the movie. Would you discipline your child for behaving the way he does in this movie? Yes. She's really not on top of him. She's like
she's like 7 Manhattans deep.
She's on top of everybody else in the plane.
She's 7 Manhattans deep, trying to shag Kipper's mom or whatever the fuck the kid's name is.
Yeah.
Skipper's dad.
That kid's great.
That kid's
the
good.
other kid
I
he
like
meets,
that kid.
That kid's got his shit together.
That kid's locked in there. He's reading the airline manual.
Yeah.
The DOA or whatever it is.
Dead on Arrival.
Department of Aviation?
No, it's like the the airline guidebook or something.
AGB. I actually think you nailed it.
It's something like that. But he bounces from New York to Pittsburgh to Dayton, Ohio to Chicago to Kansas City to Denver to Los Angeles. It's like just endless fucking bouncing around.
Wait, you have his actual route down?
Yeah, I knew that off the top of my fucking head. Get the fuck back in your chair. You're going nowhere. You're going nowhere. Stuart wants out of this fucking episode. Stuart wants out of this episode.
We should talk about Travolta's performance in the movie. He's in it. He narrates the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, Travolta and Brendan Fraser are two actors who have distinct speaking patterns that I think like conjure specific. Like I think Brendan Fraser has a kind of like a sad voice.
Yeah,
like when he talks, even when he just kind of sounds like he's about to cry. Yeah. And I think he weaponizes that in a lot of his recent performances, The Whale, Rental Family. Travolta, when he talks, does just sound like kind of like wow.
He sounds like he's always trying to avoid Adele Nadim again.
Yes. He's thinking about every word.
Yeah. I can hear him like, it's like, you're in the booth. You can redo it again, John, if you get it wrong. And
I
it's
thought
like, he
I was on the
narrates like
plane and we were getting, I didn't like chicken cordon bleu.
Chicken cordon bleu.
Chicken cordon bleu.
I don't know how to do it.
Chicken cordon bleu looks good. I would eat that chicken cordon bleu. Am I wrong?
I would never touch that chicken cordon bleu. I didn't know what chicken cordon bleu was before I watched the movie. I'd heard it. I had never seen one.
I've had chicken cordon bleu before.
This just looks like it's fried cheese. I'm not seeing any chicken. It's just the fried cheese. He cuts into it, and it's like fucking mac and cheese in the middle.
Basically, like this is like what your ideal chicken cordon bleu looks like. Is like it's chicken slit in the middle. You put
but
cheese
the
in
chicken cordon bleu feels like I'm on this amazing airplane. It's everything I want it to be, and they've given me my least favorite food.
Yeah. they keep it and
turn him up. Actually, it's really good.
And they keep giving it to him. The chicken cordon bleu.
They keep offering it as well. He keeps refusing.
Eventually, he gets a hot dog. He's thrilled.
He gets a hot dog. He has 3 hot dogs in the terminal.
Yeah, at
on
Kansas
his second
City.
landing.
Because he says nothing exciting happened in Kansas City, except we did go to a hot dog stand.
Yeah.
Eventually, they get on a jet to make the final leg to Los Angeles.
Why is he upset about being on the jet?
I think he just had his vision of taking the whole propeller trip. It's mostly because
it's like his favorite plane.
It's mostly because there's going to be different people on the plane, and it's a different plane. But then all the same people are on the plane because Ella Blue Travolta coordinated it for them. And then he shags her in the movie.
I know.
But they get to the final terminal. It turns out it's the last flight of the pilot. They're going to do a big thing. John Travolta's brother plays the reporter.
Oh, okay.
Who's running up to him. And then Travolta's is the pilot, and he's like, what are you going to do with your, what are you going to do now that you've retired? He's like, well, technically I haven't retired until I sign the book. But I'm going to give my wings to this young aviator right here. He pins it on Jeff's shirt. You pull out of the airport. It's like, and then I became a pilot, and I flew for the rest of my life. I married Ella Blue Travolta when I was of age, consenting age. And she became the new terminal voice at Idlewild Airport. And I've been flying ever since. And the movie ends. There's not much to it.
It's got nothing.
Yeah.
It's got nothing. I'm happy you guys loved it. I'm happy Stuart.
I did not love it.
Stuart loved it.
Stuart thought it was a mild diversion, as did I.
Do you think it's the last thing you'll ever cover that he directs? Do you see?
I don't see
like
him having any interest in directing again.
No,
I do not.
You don't think he got the bug?
I think it's very telling that in his 72 years of life, he has had the creative urge twice, and it's been the same story.
Because I'm surprised he isn't just doing sort of like a George Lucas thing and just making his own little airplane movies for himself with all his money.
George Lucas isn't making but he's saying he's doing that.
I know, but I'm surprised he's not at least doing what George is saying he's doing.
Has George Lucas directed anything since the reshoots of Red Tails? Like, do we think he has ever? And besides the museum, I think not. I don't think he has made any of these little like personal projects. He says it would be so cool if he just came out with a feature that he just like made in his garage.
I know, right? And it's like fucking THX or whatever.
THX 2, 11 THX 1139. There's one to add one more.
I know.
Yeah, I don't foresee us ever getting back to this era of Travolta. We have a lot more Travolta slop coming our way. And I like to believe that in a way, his kind of
He should start his own airline.
Could lead to him being in a good movie with good notices soon.
He's got a small fleet.
He's got 4 planes.
He's got 4 planes. I'm surprised he doesn't do sort of like a...
He does a lot of charity drive. He does a lot of charity flights.
I wonder if he like employs people and tries to give the same sort of like a classic like Pan Am experience.
I'd be curious
to people.
What if he's even more of like a slave driver? Packs them in there.
This has been riveting.
Yeah, this has been riveting stuff. I don't think there's anything more to say about this movie. It premiered at Cannes. It got mediocre reviews. It has a 56 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Right.
The Telegraph gives it 1 out of 5, describing the viewing experience as like watching a toddler walk into a lamppost. But basically everyone's like, it's nice he did this. I will not be watching it again, which is basically where I'm at. I will not be watching this again, but it's nice he got to do it. It is on Apple TV Plus as of this Friday, May 29th.
Yeah, check it out.
And it will exist there forever.
Maybe.
And then we'll be talking about John Travolta again when he is in... What is the next thing he's got coming down the pike? He's got a lot of things coming down the pike. But let's see which one is...
There's the shark movie with Melissa Barrera that you should let me do.
Wait, what is this?
The shark movie with Melissa Barrera.
Know.
Isn't Rennie Harlan directing that?
Wait.
It feels like a Rennie Harlan movie.
Isn't he doing like an Andiamo movie or something? What's it called?
That's Amore? Isn't he
That's
off
Amore.
That's Amore?
That didn't go?
That's Amore got tied up in litigation.
No, Atsamore is actually filmed.
That's Amore is
It is actually finally filmed.
We're paying but he's not on it anymore, right?
No, he's in it.
He's
the only one who sued.
He's back.
Made it.
Okay, he was off.
Nick
for a
Vallelonga directed it.
Was he going to be in a mammoth? Was there a mammoth that was going to go?
That's not happening anymore.
No. Can I
Yes.
tell the story
Yes.
of this movie?
I'm going to faint, I think. So dehydrated.
John Travolta was announced in the cast of a JFK movie directed by David Mamet.
I don't remember.
Then at some point, Barry Levinson was going to direct it.
Oh, that fucking hack.
And they were trying to find a new director for it. Then the movie got sued by, I forget, someone actually involved in the conspiracy that the movie is alleging. I think someone related
the military-industrial complex?
I think Sammy the Bull.
Oh.
Someone related to Sammy the Bull sues the movie.
Okay.
And is basically, you can't tell this story because we're not involved in it. And the court order is the movie has to be split into 2 different movies. At this point, Mamet, Levinson, everyone of repute is out of there. And so 2 competing JFK movies based on the exact same concept, but one of them being told from the family's perspective of the mobster, Sam Giancana, is called November 1963. That one still stars John Travolta. He is in that movie playing a different role than he was supposed to. But it is John Travolta, Robert Carlyle, Dermot Mulroney, Jefferson White, and Mandy Patinkin. November 1963.
That's a great poster.
There's a second one called Assassination, which was the original title.
No. Continue.
Called Assassination. And they cast that movie with several actors, including Brendan Fraser. So if Assassination gets made, there's a very real chance we have to cover the same movie twice.
Just to
just overlaying the 2 themes.
The reason I said, oh, no, was I realized that Roland Joffe is directing the,
Yeah.
Who's that?
not a good director.
What's he made?
Bunch of like middle brow, like Miramaxy shit in the 90s. Which one specifically? I sometimes get.
He made The Killing Fields.
That's what in the 80s.
that
Yeah. The earlier ones.
That is.
No
Anyway,
bueno.
but Travolta's in that. He's in Black Tides, which is the Rennie Harlan where he fights an orca. Y'all see this?
Please
Y'all
let
see
me
this
be
orca
on
It's
prop?
that
a whale.
episode.
It's not
Y'all
a shark. You said
Please
shark.
let me be on this episode.
Y'all see this? Y'all see the Stuart? You look at this orca.
I don't think
prosthetic.
there's
Look at
gonna
this
be any
orca.
more episodes
look
after
up.
this.
Look up. Look at this orca. Look cool. See John Travolta punch that thing. He is also in a movie. He has signed up for a movie called Syndicate. We'll see if that actually happens. That's Amore, which is going to be the best movie ever covered. Nick Vallelonga's musical.
It's a musical.
It's a musical.
That's
it
Amore.
fled New Jersey and it filmed in Atlanta, I believe. Oh no, filmed in Louisiana. Because of reasons. There's a third Cash Out movie coming out at some point. And then he's in this movie about an AI called Ed, that IMDb says was released this month, but as far as I could tell, it was not released this month. So I don't know what's going on there.
I would just think Jeff would know about the release of a movie he wrote and directed.
John Travolta fights an AI. But that's Travolta's future, which we will unfortunately talk about on this show. What
Do you
for-
guys
what
ever
for
think
all
you'll?
good?
You guys ever think you'll just cut him off?
No. He's 72.
Because he
We'll
might
ride
keep,
to the
he
end.
might keep doing things that make Stuart like this.
We'll just keep going.
Stuart's like this because
I'm
30 minutes ago, Stuart said, I think that's all we have to say about this movie. And then you two just kept talking.
I didn't even know what I was saying. I was just trying to fill, man. I was just trying to fill.
Sorry, I'm just a little tired today.
I do
guys.
think that is actually all we have to say about this. Stuart's also in the doghouse today.
Can I see a little bit
A
of that
good
charge?
performance.
Huh? Yeah, bud. Come on, man. Dude.
But yeah, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything more to say about Pro Wing Night Coach.
Bye.
Thank you all for listening to this episode. Tune in next week. We will be covering one of our other alum, Brendan Fraser, starring in the motion picture Pressure. We'll be joined by these two clowns again next week for that episode.
I'll have a little bit more energy.
Complimentary.
I'm on such good behavior on that.
You're in great behavior. And then after that, we'll be back with the regularly scheduled Robin Williams programming with SpongeBob SquarePants Truth or Square. But tune in next week for Pressure, talking about D-Day.